So you've been named a trustee. What do you do now? Setting up an estate trust is one part of the process. In this video, you will learn what a trustee is and what they do. Let's do a quick review of terms. One quick note, I am not an attorney, nor do I play one on the internet. I am simply sharing information I wish someone had told me before I became a trustee. First, what's the main difference between a will and a trust? In very, very simple terms, a will gives direction about how to execute an estate. It usually goes through probate. And a trust is a document that gives direction about how to administrate an estate, but it does not go through probate. Its assets are wholly owned by the trust, a legal entity, and after the grantor's death, one is not necessarily better than another, but a trust usually avoids state probate, which is a plus for some people. Speak to an estate attorney to find out which is better for your personal situation. These terms can be different in different states. I am using these general terms to explain the process in simple, non-legal words. Today we're going to cover trusts, not wills, in this video. The grantor creates the trust with the help of their estate attorney, and the trustee executes the plan in those documents. Usually they are giving direction about what to do with their assets after their death. The original trust documents, the grantor is called the trustee of the trust before death, and they designate another person as the successor trustee upon the grantor's death. The successor trustee then becomes the trustee of the trust after death. For this video, when I refer to the trustee, I am assuming the grantor has passed on, and the trustee is the person that the grantor has appointed. Beneficiaries are the ones that receive monies, investments, and/or property, and they benefit from the trust. The trustee may or may not also be a beneficiary. What does a trustee do? They are the person who is legally responsible for administrating the estate according to the direction of the grantor as described in the trust documents. They don't have to do everything personally. In fact, it's very wise to hire an estate attorney, a tax accountant, other professional advisors, but they are the ultimate person legally responsible. Can you get sued as a trustee? Yes, you can. Can you decline the trusteeship? Yes, you can. Usually, a grantor has put in 1, 2, 3, 4 trustees, successor trustees, so that if one is not available or declines the job, there are other people on the list that can take over. Can you hire people to do all of this for you and have the trust pay them? Yes, you can, but you're still legally responsible. So to protect yourself, because you're the legal person that's responsible for executing the trust, hire good people and document everything. And if you're ever hauled into court, you have documentation to back up that you're doing exactly what the trust is telling you to do. So let's go over the timeline. The first 1 to 3 months is really crunch time. It's the most action-packed when you discover the extent of the trust, how much time it might take from beginning to end, any issues or unknowns that you will need to address. Administration is usually 6 to 18 months, where you're managing finances, you're resolving and paying debts, and you're valuing and selling assets in the trust. Distribution is usually the last 3 to 6 months of this process, where you are transferring funds to beneficiaries or any nonprofit organizations as directed by the trust documents. You will need a minimum of 3 documents, and they usually come from the estate attorney. You'll need a death certificate, sometimes an original death certificate, sometimes a copy, the trust documents, which say that the grantor has given you authority to execute the trust, and the acceptance of trusteeship document, plus proof of your identity, where you are officially accepting the trusteeship. And so you are indeed legally in charge of the trust. And you get that from your estate attorney. I really appreciate you hanging on to the very end. I hope this has been helpful. Giving you a heads up about what to expect on this trusteeship journey. This is probably the last thing that you can do for the grantor. So don't take that lightly. Learn more, be better, and prepare. Thanks for watching.